Your individual psychology is a function of your worldview, which is a creation from your cultural experiences. If you're a therapist or any other type of helper, this is true for your patients or clients as well. You think the way that you think, literally because of where you were born. Would you like a deeper understanding of why you think the way you think, why others think differently, and how the way we think contributes to our well-being and satisfaction in life? Now, whether you're a religious person or not, your ideas about the world first come from your culture's religious understandings. Religion has always been the first way for our cultures to understand the world around them. They use religion to describe how the world works and to define who the self is. Now again, regardless of your own personal religious faith or the absence of faith, the effect has been profound. I'm going to talk about two different worldviews, that of the Tao and that of the Western Judeo-Christian vantage point. And despite being different, you don't have to pick one over the other by the end of this video. But by expanding your perspectives, you'll see a little more about the world. Today's exploration is about two powerful worldviews and how they might just help you navigate the emotional and behavioral challenges that you face. Whether you're struggling with stress, feeling overwhelmed by life, or seeking a deeper sense of peace, the wisdom of these ancient perspectives could offer some surprising solutions. Imagine for a moment that nature is a vast, intricate tapestry. Different cultures have looked at this tapestry and seen it in very different ways. As I look at these two different perspectives, the flowing, adaptive brushstrokes of Chinese Daoism and the carefully crafted design of the Judeo-Christian tradition, these contrasting views offer fascinating insight into how we relate to the world around us and how we handle our emotions and behaviors. Let's start with the Daoist view. You can think of the Tao as an invisible conductor, guiding the symphony of the universe with a gentle, unseen hand. The Tao doesn't force anything, it simply influences everything with a natural, effortless energy and touch. You might be wondering, how does this help me with my struggles? Well, in Taoism, nature is seen as wise and self-regulating. It's not something to be controlled, but something to harmonize with, like a skilled musician joining an orchestra already playing in perfect tune. When life feels like a storm, sometimes the best thing to do is to stop fighting the wind and learn to sail. Instead of trying to control every aspect of your life, imagine stepping back and letting the natural flow guide you. In Western thought, we say it this way: when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. This is the way of the Tao. This Taoist approach can be a game changer for managing stress, anxiety, and helping you to trust the process of life. Now let's shift our perspective to the Judeo-Christian tradition. Here, God is seen as the ultimate artist, crafting the world with care and intention. Again, if you are of a religious faith or of no religion, these philosophies are still central to how we think, feel, and act in the Western world. In this view, nature is a masterpiece created with purpose, and humans are entrusted to take care of it. The value of this is that it can help us to quickly identify which part has a problem and which part can change. If you're struggling with feelings of purposeless or needing direction, this worldview offers a clear path. Just as the world was created with purpose, so too is your life. You could say it's like being handed the brush and canvas and your job is to paint with intention. Embracing this perspective can help you find meaning in your actions and a sense of responsibility in caring for yourself and the world around you. These ideas translate into modern therapy, specifically experiential somatic approaches. If you haven't heard of somatic therapy, here's a short and sweet explanation. It's a type of therapy that focuses on the connection between the mind and body. Instead of just talking through issues, somatic therapy invites you to pay attention to your body sensations, movements, and emotions as they arise. This approach is like Daoism in action. It's all about aligning with the natural flow of your body and emotions. Instead of forcing change or trying to control your feelings, somatic therapy encourages you to notice and trust what's happening inside you, just like the Tao teaches us to trust in the natural flow of life. In somatic therapy, you might be guided to focus on your breath, notice where you feel tension, or engage in gentle movements to help you release stored emotions. The goal isn't to fix you, but to help you to find balance and harmony within yourself. It's like taking your hands off the wheel and letting your body's wisdom steer the way. The benefit? It's huge. By reconnecting with your body's natural wisdom, you're practicing the Daoist principle of Wu Wei, or effortless action. This can lead to profound healing, reducing stress, easing anxiety, and helping you feel more grounded and at peace. In contrast, the Western world, influenced by a Judeo-Christian viewpoint, often sees the universe as a grand machine, a clockwork system where everything can be understood and controlled through effort. This view extends to how we see our own bodies. Modern medicine treats us like machines, breaking down our health into parts and systems. Although this has led to amazing advances, it sometimes makes us forget that we're a whole being with minds and spirits that need attention too. The Western world talks about the mind-body connection, but in the East, the mind is in every cell of the body. Remember, you're more than just a collection of parts, like the Daoist view suggests. It's important to see yourself as a whole person, finding balance and harmony in all aspects of life. In Western culture, where there's focus on control, we often see our human nature as being something that needs to be managed or even feared. This can lead to a constant struggle, like having to keep everything in check all the time. Let's be real though, trying to control everything can make us exhausted and anxious. If you're always holding on tight, it might be time to loosen up the grip and trust a little more. On the other hand, Daoism teaches us to trust in nature, both in the world around us and our own inner nature. This philosophy is about alignment rather than control. Instead of fighting against the current, Daoism teaches us to go with the current. One of the core ideas in Daoism is Wu Wei. This is translated as no action or effortless action, but it's not about doing nothing. It's about acting in natural harmony with the world around us. Picture this, life is like a river and you calmly can drift along the current. How much more peace could you experience if you just allowed the canoe to drift down the stream? Daoism is about much more than simply going with the flow. It's about recognizing this balance in life, when to act and when to let things unfold naturally. In Daoism, which translates the way, it's about following the easy path. It's about seeing the full picture, embracing both the light and the dark, the active and the passive. To truly embody Wu Wei, it's important to look at both sides of the Tao. This means accepting that life has ups and downs, moments of action and stillness. Sometimes the most powerful action you can take is to step back and let things be. At other times, the Tao might help you to step forward with purpose. It's about finding which side of the yin or yang you are on and allowing yourself to experience the opposite side as well. By embracing the Tao, we learn to navigate life with grace and wisdom. We start to see every situation with its own rhythm and experiencing that rhythm with a sense of ease and purpose. It's not just about avoiding conflict or difficulty, but about understanding that both are natural parts of the journey. Wu Wei is about much more than simply going with the flow. It's about recognizing the balance in life, understanding when to act and when to let things unfold naturally should take place. In Daoism, the concept of the Tao, translated as the way, isn't just about following the easy path. It's about seeing the full picture, about embracing both the light and the dark, the active and the passive. Jung did this in his psychology, where we look for the shadow self so that we can know it. To truly embody Wu Wei, it's important to look at both sides of the Tao. This means accepting that life has its ups and its downs, its moments of action and its moments of stillness. Sometimes the most powerful action we can take is to step back and let things be. Other times the Tao might guide you to step forward with purpose. It's about finding that delicate balance, knowing when to yield and when to assert yourself, when to let go and when to hold on. By embracing both sides of the Tao, you learn to navigate life with grace and wisdom. You start to see that every situation has its own rhythm, and by tuning into that rhythm, you can move through life with a sense of ease and purpose. It's not just about avoiding conflict or difficulty, but about understanding that Both are natural parts of the journey. Wu Wei teaches us that balance isn't about doing nothing. It's about doing what feels right, in the right moment, in harmony with the world and the people around us. So here we are at a crossroads of two worldviews. Daoism invites us to trust in the natural order, flowing with life's currents rather than against the stream. The Judeo-Christian tradition offers a sense of purpose and responsibility, viewing nature as something to be cared for and understood. Both perspectives offer valuable insights, and if you're struggling with emotions or behaviors that feel overwhelming, maybe it's time to ask yourself, am I forcing too much, or can I trust a little more? By embracing a new way of seeing the world, whether it's the effortless flow of the Tao or the purposeful care of the Judeo-Christian God, you might find the peace and balance that you've been seeking. I want to thank you for joining me on this journey today. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. That tells the algorithm to show this to other people who would be interested. I really would appreciate it. I hope that you enjoyed these insights. And remember, the way you view the world can change everything about how you live in it. Until next time, take care and trust in the flow of life.